Namaste people, my name is Samrit Kavita Gupta and I'm from India. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna reveal my stats and extracurriculars that got me into universities like New York University, University of Toronto, which is Canada's #1 university, and Ashoka University, that too with a full ride. First of all, a huge thanks to all of you guys for showing the kind of love and support that you people have showed in my last two videos. By the way, if you've not checked my college decisions reaction video and my college reveal video, you're gonna find the link in the description box as well as here on the screen. So go check them out. Through the comments of my last two videos, I got to know that you people are really interested to know about my stats and extracurriculars. Honestly, I used to watch these videos a lot when I was doing this college application process. They really help you to set a goal and to compare your application. Along with telling about my stats and extracurriculars, I'm also going to cover some important tips. So if you do not want to miss out on any of them, watch till the end. If you've not subscribed to this channel yet, please go and subscribe to the channel because I'm going to upload a lot of valuable content related to college application process and college vlogs and other things as well. Do hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon as well so that you can be notified at the earliest. Now, before starting with the stats, let me give you a bit of my background. As you know, I'm from India. The board that I was a part of was CBSE, which is Central Board of Secondary Education. We do not have a GPA system here, the way it works out in American schools and some other curricula. But we do have percentage system, which you can also see as a GPA on the scale of 100. So I'll be telling you the percentages that I scored in 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th respectively. In 11th grade, we are required to choose a stream. There are three main streams: science, arts, which we also refer to as humanities sometimes, and commerce. In science, we have two sub-streams, PCM and PCB. In PCM, you have physics, chemistry, and mathematics, along with a language subject and a fifth subject. And in PCB, you have physics, chemistry, and bio, along with the language subject and your fifth subject. So the subjects that I chose in 11th and 12th were physics, chemistry, mathematics, English, physical education. So those were the five subjects that I chose. In 11th grade, I switched my schools. So I did my 9th and 10th from a different school and my 11th and 12th from a different school. So let's start with stats. Honestly, don't take it as self-praise, but I was always a good student. From my first grade until 8th grade, I consistently maintained first rank in class. In 9th grade, I scored 93%. In 10th grade, we have CBSE board exams. So in my CBSE board exams class 10th, I scored 98%. In 11th grade, I scored 97%. And in 12th grade, we have to send predicted scores. So as per my predicted mark sheet, my percentage was 98%. So in 9th, 93, in 10th, 98, in 11th, 97, and in 12th, 98, yeah. The point that I would like to cover here is that a lot of students think that they have to be class topper or school topper in order to target Ivy Leagues or top tier universities, but that's not the case. You just need to have a good command on your academics. Just try to maintain an upward trend in your academic performance chart. If you can show that you've really worked hard and have improved, that's what impresses the colleges. Also in 11th grade, a lot of students face a drop in their academic performance, which is totally understandable to the colleges. They do understand that because of sudden change in your subjects and your level of difficulty, students obviously face this drop in their performance. So don't be very worried about that. I would also not deny the fact that having a good academic performance, it always puts you in a good spot. Now, another thing that I need to cover here is that many a times students face a drop in their performance because of external reasons. It could be a catastrophe or a mishappening in the family, or in order to fulfill the responsibilities that they have, they cannot devote enough time to their studies. So if that's the case, go and inform your colleges about that, and I assure you they will understand your position. Now, a lot of students also give AP exams, advanced placement exams. I did not give them. The reason why I could not give them was that I started my application process very late in my 11th grade and I did not have enough time. Another reason was that it was quite expensive for me, so I chose not to give these exams. But if you have the resources and the time, I would always suggest you to give AP exams. It can save you some money, it can save you a lot of time. It's always beneficial to show colleges how you perform in a rigorous setting. Now let's come to test scores. We have two, main tests, SAT and ACT. You can choose either of them. By the way, I straight away went for SAT. That's because I did not have much time, so I did not think about that a lot. And it worked out for me. I gave 3 attempts in SAT. My super score was 1520. I scored a perfect in math section, 800 on 800, and my best score in English was a 720. Now we know that Indian students generally do not face difficulty in maths, but they face some sort of difficulty in English. In math section, just try to not commit silly mistakes, work on that. And in English section, I would say work on your speed and accuracy, right? You have to maintain both the things together, and also you have to follow a lot of strategies and things in SAT. So you need to be very well prepared for English section if you really want to score good. Coming to English proficiency tests, if you're an international student and English is not your first language, you're required to give English proficiency tests. In some cases, colleges might, waive off this requirement for you, and there are certain criterias like if the language of instruction in your school is English, or if you scored above a certain score in your SAT, then some colleges can waive this requirement off for you. Check the individual college websites for more specific information. In other cases, you have to give English proficiency test. I chose to give IELTS, and I did not have much time. I just registered for it, and I had hardly 3 or 4 days, and within this time duration, I prepared for it by myself, and I did not take any services, and I was able to score 7.5 bands. Now I know that a lot of you people would ask me how I prepared for that, so I'll be making a separate video on how I prepared for IELTS just within 3 or 4 days and was able to score 7.5 bands. I did not give many attempts after that, because in my first attempt I could score 7.5, which was enough for the colleges. Let's talk about the honors section. In the honors section, you are required to put your 5 major achievements, accolades, awards, medals, titles, or positions that you have won all throughout your high school, like in 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th grade. Those can be of any levels: international, national, regional, state, local, school level. They can belong to any category, academic or non-academic. They can be related to sports, arts, debate, or anything of that sort. I would say the 5 honors that you include in your honors section should always be straightforward. Like, they should not require much description or context. If they require a lot of description or context, you can include them in the activities section or in the additional section, but not in the honors one. And yes, if it is possible, then you should always fill out all the 5 blanks that you have for your honors section. It's always impressive. So the first honor that I mentioned about was IMUN Online Conference 147, in which I won the title Outstanding Delegate. It was a really good experience, and I think that most of you guys must be knowing about MUNs. IMUN specifically stands for International Model United Nations. Since it was an international level achievement, I put this in the first place, and I did this in my 11th grade. I was really, very much involved in my MUN in my 11th grade specifically. I also did the IMUN online internship, and I got this title of the best intern of the week. And I also participated in IMUN English Olympiad, and I was one of the top performers. Yeah, but I could only include one thing, so I wrote about my online conference in which I won the title of Outstanding Delegate. So that was my first honor. Yeah, but the second honor that I wrote about was Chemithree's Math Art Contest. Now that was a very interesting one. I did this in my 10th grade. We were required to create an art with shapes regarding climate change, and I won 3rd prize in it. And we also had this mini cash award of around 2,000 rupees. So since it was an international level achievement, I wrote about this in 2nd place, and I did this in 10th grade. Coming to my 3rd honor, I won gold medal at IIT Kanpur Republic de Forensics 2023 speech debate tournament in dramatic adaptation. So since it was a national achievement, I put this in 3rd place. Now coming to the 4th honor, I secured 2nd place in public speaking in HS category in Speech Debate India Nationals 2023, and was also qualified for policy debate. Now, since it was a national level achievement, I put this in 4th place, and I did this in 11th grade. So my 5th honor was about a state level Olympiad, Know Your Parliament, organized by Rajasthan government in collaboration with Pride, and I was amongst the 0.4% qualified participants who got this amazing completely sponsored trip to Delhi, where we visited various famous landmarks and also saw the Parliament House and the President's House from the interior. We also had this amazing opportunity to meet Honorable Lok Sabha Speaker Shri Om Birla ji in person. Now, since this was a state level achievement, I put this in 5th place, and I got this opportunity in my 11th grade. Now let's talk about the extracurricular section or the activities section, and I would say it is one of the most important sections of your application. And why I say this is because a lot of applicants can cross that certain benchmark of academic thing. A lot of applicants can also be as academically strong as you, but what makes you different is your interests and your way of pursuing your interests. Do you like to do a lot of different things, or you are someone who just likes to dive into one thing? So it tells about your personality a lot, and this is the section that really makes a lot of difference. So you should invest a proper amount of time to structure it in a proper way. And I personally devoted a lot of time to my extracurricular section. Even when you're just writing it, you need to be very careful and very strategic with how you are deciding your flow and your words and everything. The first activity that I mentioned about in my activities section came in the category of other club/activity. I titled it as solopreneurship. Now, most of you guys must be knowing about this term solopreneurship. It basically means running a business single-handedly. So I started my own little venture in 11th grade named Speak, Spoken English and Public Speaking Online Learning Platform, and my tagline was Reach Your Peak with Speak. I started this business specifically because of several reasons. The first reason is that I was always so much interested into entrepreneurship, and I wanted to start my own venture but with zero investment, and I had laptop and broadband connection, so this business idea fulfilled this condition. My second reason was that I have always loved educating others, teaching others. My mother was an English teacher, and whenever she would teach students, I would sit near her and see how she's instructing children, how she's engaging with them. So from there on, my interest in teaching started, and that is the second reason. Third reason was that English has always been my subject of interest. I really enjoy learning new words, phrases, communicating with others. I would never miss a single opportunity in my school, even when I was young, to speak on stage or to participate in any speaking related event or competition. Another reason was that around me I saw many people, adults as well as youngsters, who suffered because they could not communicate in English properly. Adults, they were not getting jobs because they could communicate in English properly. Youngsters, around me, juniors, seniors, as well as people of my students of my age, they would have good ideas. They would have ideas to speak, but they would not be able to present their idea properly, which is why they would always feel so much inferior. So I wanted to do something for them to bring people out of this challenge. So I started this venture, and there was one more reason. I spotted this gap in the market, that there were certain coachings or institutions that would teach or that would cater to people who can speak English, who can communicate, but they want to advance their speaking skills. So these would be some expensive coachings, and then there were some coachings or classes which would cater to people who want to learn basic English only. So I wanted to fulfill this gap between the two sorts of institutions of coaching. Children from different cities, different villages enrolled, and they really enjoyed this experience of learning with people from different backgrounds. I personally believe that English is, very less about learning or memorizing and a lot about practicing. So I worked on this principle only, and, my classes would be so interactive. My presentations, I would always make an effort to make them so lively and engaging and exciting so that, kids really enjoy this process. I was really getting good feedback from parents as well. I was also training students for tournaments and, speaking competitions and all. And since I devoted a lot of my time to this project, I put this in the first place. I was making presentations myself. I was communicating with the parents. I was creating ads. I was also managing my Instagram page. I was making reels and content. So all of these tasks I was doing alone, so it took a lot of time. So this activity deserved first place in my activity list. The second activity that I mentioned about was internship. I did an internship in 11th grade. This was business development internship that I did in a Malaysian startup. Now, if I have to describe it in short, I would say this startup aimed at fueling budding readers. The third activity that I mentioned about was community service or volunteer. I did this activity in 12th grade. I named it my project as Karma, Educate, Elevate and Empower. I was a volunteer teacher at a government school. Now this all started when I visited the village with my sister, and I talked to the local villagers and I saw this school. Now what I found was that teachers were not very regular. I also found that students were really lagging behind considering their age. They were not able to speak their name in English. They were not able to count in English. Now that was the thing that hit my mind, that I should do something for that, because I always feel that I have been fortunate enough to receive good education, so it's my duty to pass it on to others. I would go to this village 28 kilometers far from my home and would spend time with these children and would try my best to educate them in a unique and interesting way to change the definition of learning for them. The fourth activity that I mentioned about came in the category of debate/speech. I did this in my junior year and my senior year. I founded a club named Fearless Public Speaking Club, where I would instruct students in public speaking, different debate formats in MUN, and we would also conduct competitions. This activity came in the category of other club/activity. I founded this entire bullying club named Harmony Heroes. I have myself faced and fought against bullying when I was young. So I wanted to do something about this, and I believe that it very much affects the mental health of a child. So it really needs a lot of attention. So I started this club, and we would hold talks and seminars, such as I held a seminar on bystander intervention, see something, say something, and we would also organize activities and competitions to foster inclusivity. The sixth activity that I mentioned about came in the category of other club/activity. I founded this club named Board Aspirants Club. In this, the main concept was seniors supporting the preparation of class 10th students for CBSE board exams. I never took tuitions, so during the 10th CBSE board exams, there's a lot of pressure, and students who cannot afford tuition classes, I believe they really struggle sometimes. They seek guidance, but they cannot get proper guidance. They also seek for free material, so we wanted to help them in this regard. Activity came in the category of dance. I am a self-taught dancer, not classically trained, and I have tried various dance forms such as whacking, Bollywood, hip-hop, semi-classical, and I like to fuse them together. I upload covers on YouTube as well as Instagram, and it is something that I'm very passionate about. I really enjoy dancing. My next activity comes in the category music, vocal. Doing this since a very early age. It is very close to my heart. I really enjoy singing. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would know this. I upload covers on Instagram, and I really enjoy performing multilingual song fusions such as Arabic, Spanish, English, Hindi, Punjabi, Telugu, and Manipuri. And my next activity comes in the category of art. I really love sketching. I've been doing it for a long time. I practice hyper-realistic sketching, so you can see some of my sketches on the screen. And if you want to know more about my passion, singing, dancing and art, you can follow me on Instagram. The ID is on the screen, and I've also attached it in the description box. Stay tuned with me on Instagram as well. So in this activity, I founded this club, the Charcoal Collective. I would teach hyper-realistic sketching to students. My next activity was academic related. I did an independent project on education and upbringing as effective tools to combat social evils. So I investigated Indian social ills, examined their links with absence of ethics and values in education and parenting using case studies, and I also conducted a talk on this topic. Now, what can you get to know about me from my activities section? You get to know about my passions like singing, dancing, art, public speaking. But what else you get to know about me is that I did not do any fancy activities like research project or big scale projects. One thing that you get to know about me is that I am someone who initiates by himself, who is really passionate about the things, because I learnt about things on my own. I did not take any training. I searched about tournaments, competitions, everything on my own. I did not get anything, served. So I would search for competitions. I would enroll for them on my own. I would participate in them. I would, learn from my failures. I would train myself on my own. In short, I created opportunities for myself. So this is something that I think shines through my activities section. So that is the reason why I say that your activities section tells a lot about you, and it tells what makes you unique. So one advice that I have for you guys is that do not curate your application. Present who you are in your application. Present your true self, and that is what will make you unique in the crowd. If you've watched this video until this point, a huge thanks to you, and please drop a comment in the comment section, because I really enjoy reading your comments, communicating with you through the comment section. I'll come up with a great video soon. So till then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay strong, keep vibing, keep grooving, and peace.